Well, folks, this is a disgusting story. Missouri has been breaking federal law by institutionalizing mentally ill people in nursing homes against their will. The Department of Justice just published a report after a year-and-a-half-long investigation which found that almost none of the adults with mental health disabilities living in nursing facilities in Missouri need to be in these institutions, even for short-term stays. As of March 2023, there were 3,289 adults with mental health disabilities, excluding dementia and Alzheimer's, who spent at least 100 days in Missouri nursing homes because of systematic failures by the state. Once placed in nursing homes, adults with mental health disabilities are often stuck there for an average of 3 years, and Missouri's facilities are woefully insufficient in mental health services, which often means people are given little more than medication to deal with their disabilities. The Americans with Disabilities Act requires states make reasonable modifications to allow adults with mental health disabilities to live in a setting that is the most integrated with the community as possible. But Missouri has a particularly gnarly way of handling mentally ill citizens. In Missouri, many of the adults in nursing homes have been placed there by court-appointed guardians. Guardianship is a process in which a court appoints someone to make decisions for a person found to be incapacitated and who has no suitable adult relative to make decisions about the person's health and where to live. Well, in Missouri, appointed guardians are county officials who have heavy caseloads and can't or won't serve each mentally disabled person according to their specific needs. Nope, send them away and medicate them. That's the Missouri way. More than 60% of the nursing facility residents reviewed in the report have guardians, and of those individuals, nearly all were placed in the facilities by their guardians. Less than half reported receiving any kind of community-based mental health services before their guardian placed them in the nursing facility. In Missouri, guardianships run until the person under guardianship dies. Nursing facility residents with mental health disabilities have little choice over their day-to-day lives, including their hygiene, activities, food, clothes, and even where they can physically go within the nursing facility. Residents have little privacy and their behaviors are closely monitored and controlled. They must obey facility staff's instructions or face punishments. Missouri's nursing facilities are highly restrictive, segregated institutions that isolate residents, prevent them from interacting with non-disabled people, and limit or cut them off from relationships with loved ones. The people interviewed in the report describe prison-like conditions at the facilities. Rules include no telephone use, mail, freedom to leave, and just 1 hour outside per day. Many of the adults in these facilities are young, and most require little or no assistance with basic physical activities. 49% of adults with mental health disabilities in Missouri nursing facilities are under the age of 65, more than 2.5 times the national rate. The average age of the people reviewed in the report was 53. By contrast, according to the CDC, the average age of folks in nursing homes across the country is 81. Across the board, the folks with mental health disabilities in nursing homes in Missouri do not want to be there. Key mental health services, including assertive community treatment, permanent supportive housing, supported employment, peer support, crisis services, and outreach and engagement could support these adults living in their own homes and communities. The report says combining guardianships and nursing facility placement creates the functional equivalent of involuntary and indefinite commitment. Instead of diverting people with mental health disabilities from unnecessary nursing facility admission or transitioning people from nursing facilities who do not need to be there, people are sent out of sight and out of mind. Well, folks, in Missouri, it sure seems like America's greatness is more like America's depravity. Next, they'll impose forced birth on all the rape and incest victims. Oh, wait, they've already done that. Well, at least for now, we can be grateful Missouri hasn't tried to enact legislation similar to the Virginia Sterilization Act of 1924, which sterilized over 7,000 people deemed to be feeble-minded, including the insane and idiotic. It's interesting. After reading the devastating report, my takeaway is the Missouri leadership is probably far more insane, idiotic, and even sociopathic than the poor mentally disabled folks whose lives are being stolen from them. Yeah. Well, Missouri, have a day. Have a day.